My name's Kira Withers-Jones. I'm a textile artist and jewellery designer, and I am doing the fashion sections of my Creative Diva and also doing textile projects. I've been sewing for years. I did fashion design in university, and I got my first sewing machine before that, started sewing, and yeah, I've just been sewing as a sideline ever since then while I've been a jewellery designer. But I come back to textiles. I think that is my first love. I don't know why I started textiles. I think as a child I was always creative. I was always sketching things out, whipping things out of magazines, collating things, and just designing and bringing ideas together. So it was natural for me to want to do something like this. I think I was always going to fall into something creative, but I like the feel of fabric. I like putting different fabrics together. You can get really different looks by the way that you combine things, and clothes are just fab. So I enjoy making altered clothing, upcycled clothing, and artware really. I'm only just getting back into the clothing side of things, but I've done lots of small projects along the way. And things like the apron, they're quite easy to put together. I'm inspired by lots of different things. You can look through a magazine and see what one designer's done with a dress, and you don't copy it exactly, but you really like part of the shape, or you like the combination of colours that they've put together, and that can make your mind go and you're off. Or I love going to places like the Victoria and Albert Museum, or Buckingham Palace, or some old building, and just seeing what's there, seeing the decorative elements, the architraves, the wallpaper. A lot of them got silk on the walls. Just anything like that can spark you off. Or it could be a log. You know, you might be walking, you see a log, it's got lichen on it. You love the colours that they've put together, or the texture of the lichen against the bark. Anything like that, absolutely anything can spark off inspiration. I'd love in a few years' time to have progressed through this, to make it more of a full-time job, to be writing more magazine articles and maybe even books about what I do, and to be making upcycled garments and selling them, and artware, and yeah, getting the idea of clothes not being so boring out into the world.